Yeah, it was beautiful.
Lovely. We love it. It's awesome. We got the win, and cheers to WA Baggers. We were supposed to be at the footy.
Yeah, that was disappointing. We make it our ritual to go. Obviously, do the trudge up there. We catch up with a lot of different WA baggers and make a good sort of day or two even out of it if we can.
Sometimes it can turn into 3 or 4.
Yeah, it certainly can. A bit unlucky this year. Obviously, the Rona got its way in. Thank Glad Bags, but
Look, we decided in honour of WA baggers getting bragger rights this weekend in WA, that we would start the show with sampling a WA brewed beer. So this one is called the Cheeky Monkey Brewing Company Sherby. It's I'll get it in the camera properly.
You don't know what you're doing. You can have a look at my beer. It's right here, front of the camera.
Anyway, so what we're thinking is, you know what it's like, Frank, when you call into a bottle shop and you think, I fancy something different. Yeah?
Yep.
And then you're like, oh, but if I buy one and I like it, I'll be spewing that I didn't buy more. But if I buy 6 and I hate it. So we thought we'd save you the trouble, guys. We're going to try this one, the Cheeky Monkey Sherby. We'll tell you what it's like. Hit us in the comments with anything you might like us to try to save your money. We'll tell you whether to buy 1 or 6.
Yeah.
What do you reckon of this one, Frank?
I'll let it work on me a little bit, and we'll come back to it.
Yeah. Well, I don't mind it. But there you go. Harley Ash, thanks for joining us, buddy. You like Cheeky Monkey, and you're quite right, dude. What an awesome away win
at home.
I
like it.
I liked what Cripper said at the end, that he said to his missus when he was heading off to the MCG, we've got an away game.
I'll tell you what, yeah, it was a special victory for a number of reasons, but yeah, we'll go through a bit of detail.
I'll tell you what, a week is a long time in footy.
Yeah.
Just over a week ago, we were very excited. All of us baggers were scrambling around going, right, can you buy my ticket so I can sit with you? And we'll all buy each other's 10 tickets each, and we'll sit together here and everything else, and getting excited. And we're off to the Campfield after that.
Yeah.
And then next day, Marky Mark goes, bye-bye.
Yeah.
There'll be no football for Carlton baggers in WA.
Nothing, lockdown, masks. Disappointing, heartbroken is probably closer to that. I mean, we look forward to it for the year being in WA. We get our 1 game a year. We really look forward to it. And I was playing golf on the Sunday when he just first noted that we were just getting masks. And we didn't know about a lockdown yet. That came on the Monday, but yeah, I just knew. I could feel it. I could feel it. We were getting nothing.
Yeah.
Not this year.
Yeah. And look, as heartbreaking as it was that we didn't get to have our annual day at the game, I really felt for our Victorian friends who missed out all year last year.
Yeah.
And we got 3.
We got lucky. We got 3 games last year. So.
And then when it was looking like it might go to Tassie, I was like, oh, please, because they don't even get much.
No, they don't get 1 a year. So.
And then their premier went,
no Rona here.
So, look, well, it didn't happen, and these are the times.
Yeah, we need to get used to it. As heartbreaking as it is, we need to get used to this is an evolving thing over the next probably 2 or 3 years to go.
Yeah.
I reckon before we start to get a handle on this. So,
yeah,
is what it is. And we got the win, though.
We did get the win. Absolutely, we got the win, and we're up and about, having a great time.
Yeah.
And look, guys, for those of you who were wondering where we were last week, we were all ready to go and talk about Cripper signing until death do us part.
Yeah, absolutely.
We were ready to talk about so much, but unfortunately on the day, I found out that a friend of mine passed away, so I just really wasn't up for it.
Bit flat.
I was flat as a tack. Tried to get my mojo going, and it just wasn't happening. So apologies, guys, if you're wondering where we were last week, but that's what happened.
So what's the story with your hair, mate? Did you bother trying to? I mean, you're on camera here.
Yeah. Well, look, dude, it's the messy bun.
It's the messy bun.
Yeah. Some of us wear it well. I think I kind of wear it well. You know, like you can just kind of fluff it around there.
You don't, but
but I'll tell you who doesn't wear it well. What's his name? Pierce.
Alex Pierce. Yeah.
Alex Pierce does not wear the messy bun well.
No.
Can I just offer you an opportunity to decide who wears the messy bun better? Is it my good self, or is it Alex Pierce?
Yeah, well, for mine, you win by default because that's not getting it done. I can't believe he left the house on any given day looking like that.
No. And
I don't know whether he's a Brody Grundy aspiring sort of thing, but he's just not getting it done.
Not getting it done. So I think, would you agree that I wear the messy bun better?
Yeah, a little bit better than him.
But yeah, it's certainly like that's the new go-to hairstyle, I think. Like it's all happening.
Yeah.
You know, like I got the shit hair, like you've got the shit hair. So there we go. G'day, Trev. Hey, Legend and Simone.
Hi, Trev. You're not getting a Goose nomination this week, mate.
No, you might get one from me though. I am very happy though because Vic delivered what we missed out on in that we like to beat Fremantle in WA and we like to take that win for WA, if you don't mind.
We certainly will. That's exactly what we're going to do. Freo are our bunnies.
Yes.
Whenever we need to win a game just to get things going, whether we're 4 or 5 on the trot and need another one for more momentum, or we're down in the dumps and need one for momentum, you can count on us to beat Freo. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're just not getting it done.
Look, let's talk about the game.
It was a really, I really enjoyed it. It was a game that had plenty of ups and downs, like a good Carlton game does, but luckily this time, more ups than downs.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard work. It can be really hard and taxing on the heart and mind being a Carlton supporter at times.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really, really enjoyed that and we'll go into a bit more detail as we go on. But for the most part, we didn't give up. We gave away some run-on scores, but we didn't fold. We didn't let them walk over us and eventually take the win, which at times looked like it was going to happen. But no, we stood up and thought, you know what, we'll get it done.
Yeah, look, I don't know. Don't get me wrong, I enjoyed the win, absolutely. We finished winning by 16 points, and that equals 4 points on the ladder.
Yep.
But we conceded a 28-point loss at three-quarter time.
Yeah.
By three-quarter time. So,
yeah,
I think the game in itself had what we always enjoy when Carlton come over here is a game that is not just anybody's, and it's enjoyable.
And you got to work for it.
You got to work for it.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying on the giving up the loss, but in many times gone by, we would give up that 28-point loss and then turn it into a 30.
You know what it's like.
What are you doing there?
I don't know.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
And then we'd end up losing the game. So we stemmed the tide. We got it back and eventually won the. I mean, we kept them to 2 points in the last quarter.
Yeah.
2 points. So.
Yeah, and that's great. Absolutely. Yeah.
That's, like I said, Freo aren't. It's easy to say that we gave up a 28-point loss and we should have done more and we should have put them to the sword and all that sort of stuff. But Freo had something legitimate on the line. They had a spot in the 8 on the line.
They were going for. Yeah.
So they needed this win more than more than a lot of people give them credit for.
Well, to be fair, like in comparison to Carlton had, well, just about packed it in terms of, let's just, like, we were all calling for just play the kids because we're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
And now we're a mathematical chance.
Look, I'm not going to sit here and say we're going to make the finals or anything like that. It's still a long way to go. But at the end of the day, we can only play what's in front of you. And if we win more games than we lose for the rest of the year, then the season won't be an entire waste.
Yeah.
We're not going to make the finals. I don't think we will. But if we really, finish strongly throughout the rest of the season, we'll go into 2022 with a bit more hope.
Yeah. Yeah, look, I only hope that we go in the back end of the season strong. Certainly, that'll pick us supporters up in terms of where we're going.
As I said before, it's a tough gig being a Carlton supporter. Absolutely, it's a tough gig. You need to have a really strong ticker for it. But like you said, if we finish out the year strong, it'll certainly make it a bit easier for us.
But geez, there was a lot to like, wasn't there?
Absolutely,
a lot to like.
I loved the way we came out and bullied Freo in that first quarter.
Yeah.
We bullied them into playing our game of football.
Yeah.
We hit blokes hard. We tackled hard. It was from the outset. It was brilliant. And they went into their shell in the end, and we just did what we want.
Yeah. Yeah.
4 goals in the first quarter, 4 goals in the first quarter was, lovely.
Yeah. Look, and one of the things, so much to enjoy during that game. And one of the things that I really loved with Stocker's tackles, he was just everywhere and just getting in there.
He's tough, and he gets that bit in between the teeth, and he just wants to smack blokes. He wants to, and the best thing is he's got a really good knack of doing it. Okay, he gave away a couple of free kicks. There was one weird elbow that I think he got fined for in the end. But he laid some solid tackles without giving away free kicks. So if he can get better at that, he's going to be an absolute force.
Yeah.
Absolute force.
And as Margaret says, thanks for joining us, Margaret. Savani and Dell were fantastic. Dell had an absolute ripper.
His best game for the club, I reckon.
Yeah, ever. Yeah.
Tore that first quarter, an absolute new one.
Yeah. 11
touches or something like that, all contested. He was so slick with his hands. It was one touch grab, no fumbling, straight on the hand pass to the outside, run past, whether it be Jay Sauce or SPS or anyone like that running past. He dished out some really nice handballs. So inside, I'm going to put it out there, I've always been a massive fan of Paddy Dow, even though at times I shouldn't be, because he's not been great, but I've stuck fat. Hopefully he can build on this for a few more weeks now and really finish out the year and really command a spot in our midfield and make it, impossible to be moved around, shoehorned into a halfback flank or some shit like this. But he is a talent. He's a talented bloke, and he just needed the confidence, the backing of the coaching staff to go, this is where you're going to be for the next 5 or 6 weeks. Yep. That's all you. And
Yeah, no, he had a ripper. He had an absolute blinder. And we all were up and about for him. Another one, and I like to think it was a bit of a Batman and Robin for Dow in Kennedy. Kennedy was, I think, for mine, absolutely nearly best on, apart from the fact that we've got Walsh.
That's where you and I differ. But you're 100% right. Kennedy's in that same vein too, where he's played a lot of good games lately, but he was always that fringe player in and out of the side. Fans have been wanting more that talent that we know he's got. He hadn't been delivering, and he's another one. Yeah. The last 3 or 4 weeks. Yeah. Straight onto it.
So TDK, I loved him in the first, and I was up and about going, TDK does amazing things.
I hope you stop doing that. You're an absolute dork.
But when he kicked that goal, I just, my 80s came back, and I had to sing the song.
He didn't have a great game though.
No,
He didn't. So
He
he doesn't always do amazing things.
No, he doesn't.
He's only a young fella, so he's certainly
He's still got a time to go.
Not knocking him, but no, he's got to find a way to get more assertive around the ground. It was up against Darcy, and Darcy is a big fat boy who did manage to towel up both TDK and Levi for the most part. So
yeah,
we're
yeah.
TDK he's doing all right, but yeah, before you start going the crow on the stupid
I just wanted to
80s bloody song that you've got there, just let him play a few more good games, will you?
My boy Martin didn't have a great game.
He's really frustrating. Hey, like he doesn't play badly, but he doesn't play great.
Yeah.
And we need. It doesn't even play good. Let's be honest. We need more players playing good.
He's not playing the footy that I fell in love with him for. In he's in there and gets the footy. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I don't know. He definitely come back. He was premature coming back. He wasn't fit. He was still playing injured. And I don't know what he hasn't really recovered. He's getting fitter, of course.
They brought him in too early.
And we've done that a couple of times, and it just didn't bode well. He was running sort of half fitness. It wasn't great, But at the end of the day, he's building fitness now. He needs to. There's no more excuses. He needs to perform.
Yeah, look.
He's not getting dropped anytime soon.
No, he's not getting dropped. But to be honest, I think Fisher's coming back in.
I don't know. I'm not
Fish
sure.
Williams.
Williams definitely going to come back in.
Yeah.
I'm not sure he should be a walk-up start, but I haven't got a lot of faith in the selection committee as of late because Levi got a game. I mean, I don't understand.
How did Levi get a game?
I don't know. I really don't know. They were talking. Even David Teague was in the press talking about how good he thought Jesus did as just that relieving backup ruckman. He competed. They joked about whether he had one hit out or two, and he was going to go to champion data and get that amended. But it doesn't matter. The thing is, the ruckman position is a little bit overrated for mine.
Yeah.
You need one designated ruckman.
Yeah.
And you need somebody who can just help out for 10% of the game. That's it.
Yeah.
You don't need two big lumbering giants running around accumulating next to nothing because TD between them, I think they only had about 14 touches between them.
Yeah. Yeah.
You just can't waste spots in the side.
I must admit though, like as much as we had because we watched the footy here, because in WA, we had 10 friends we were allowed to have at our house.
Yep.
And so we were watching the footy, and you and I had Levi dropped for the first 3 quarters.
I was handing back my membership at half time.
Oh, calm down.
Nah, I say that in jest, sort of a bit tongue in cheek, because I'd never do that. I'm not a Richmond supporter, but at the end of the day, I was gutted that he got a game, and then even more gutted that he had 2 touches to half time.
Yeah. But the 4 that he had in the last quarter actually were effective.
Sure they were.
And
sure they were.
Look, that's the problem that we've got. Like TDK, he was cooked by the 4th. And someone needed to stand in. And you and I had this conversation. And you said, "Oh, what about Silvani?" But
Williamson. Well,
Williamson was out, and Silvani, he did his job in the forward line. Do you know what I mean? Like, so who else was there?
But that's just it though. Silvani's got that unique position where he's an old school utility.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if anybody remembers collecting footy cards back in the day, and the position they gave some footballers was utility.
Yeah.
They weren't a key forward, they weren't a flanker, they weren't a wingman, they weren't a rover.
They can play wherever.
They were just, here's a game of football, just go and fucking do
play
as you're
that.
told.
Do that.
And that's JSOS to an absolute T. He will do whatever job you ask him to do, and he'll do it 100% to the best of his ability.
Yeah.
And do it pretty well, for the most part. So that's the point of it. He's not necessarily a forward. He can't. He's doing his job in the forward line, but that's because he was roaming between the fucking goal squares. That's what he does. He just sort of goes between the goal squares and does his thing.
But he was doing his job in the forward in the 4th. That's the point.
Yeah.
yes, he's a utility, but on the day he was doing his job in the forward line.
Yep.
So do you take him out of that job to go ruck? Things might have been different.
Yeah, I see what you mean, but I don't necessarily think things would have been different. I reckon, no, well, agree to disagree. I don't mind, but fuck Levi Casbolt for mine. He's not getting a game again.
All right, how good was Waiters? Fucking absolutely brilliant.
We've done the shit. Let's talk about some positive stuff.
Yeah, Waiters, mate. He was an absolute beast.
He's
Nothing's getting through him.
Future captain.
Yeah.
100%. When was the last time a fullback was probably, it's not as unheard of as I thought, but he's going to be the next captain of Carlton, I reckon. He's a superstar. Marked everything that went near him, punched what he couldn't mark. Towed up.
And in the fourth there, like, that was a goosebump moment when, everything is better with Titanic music.
Which is one of those moments.
And Waiters goes, right, that's mine.
Yeah, just caught it in his elbow.
In the elbow. I got it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fuck you, lob.
He just wanted the ball a hell of a lot more and took it. It was brilliant. I called it on the day watching it. I thought, that's it. That's the game-winning moment right there.
You said that's a game-changing moment.
Yeah.
And, it all went our way after that.
It certainly did. Yeah, that was a pure case of him wanting it more and working hard to get it.
Waiters was absolutely brilliant.
There was a number of others. We touched on Stocker, but he's a, I don't want to use the term generational player. They throw that around a fair bit. I love Liam Stocker. I think he is probably one of the ones I reckon is going to make the biggest step overall this year. We've spoken about Paddy Down. I love him. Kennedy is come on really well, but Liam Stocker is playing some really good footy and he's not getting a lot of support. I don't see a lot enough, to be honest.
No, he's not. It's a bit of a quiet achiever, isn't it?
Yeah, yes, yeah. We have some quiet achievers, which is fine, but we want to see them start, earning the respect they deserve. But when he's laying tackles, and there was a couple of moments, not just him. I mean, Walsh did it. They're just such hard tackles that they're really putting. Natalie Fife, he copped quite a bit. He copped quite a bit. He got slammed several times. So, who else? What else did you like?
I loved Jay. We spoke about Jay Sauce, but also the fact that apparently he was out on the field practicing for about an hour before the game, kicking a goal. Now, there's a guy that is doing everything he can to bring the team across, do his job, get it done.
Make sure he gets his job done properly.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. What about the shit bits?
Well,
for mine, I think momentum was turning halfway through the second. I think it was going. Because we kept Freo down to, what was it in the first?
They're 5 or 6 behinds. That was it.
Yeah, something like that. Anyway, they got their second goal in the second quarter.
Yeah.
And I think that's when momentum changed. I think we stayed with it, but in the third, I don't think we were there. I don't think we were really.
We were all out at sea in the third quarter. We were all out at sea. We were struggling big time.
Yeah.
And as I said off the top, the best thing was that we brought it back. I mean, we can talk more and more about how we, gave up goals and big leads and stuff like that. But the best part was we brought it back.
Yeah.
So
we did. We did. But I think what happened in the fourth then was we had some goosebump moments.
Yep.
Life is better with Titanic.
Yep.
In Walsh's goal in the fourth. Where does Mark?
I like how every year against Freo, there's always a 1-goal moment It was Murph 3 years ago.
Yeah.
2 years ago. It was Nunes last year. Walsh this year.
Yeah.
In the last quarter, dying moments. A goal that is pulled out of someone's rectum, and it's absolutely fucking amazing. And I love that. It's it's going to be devastating. The one time we're going to lose to Freo, we're going to be gutted because we own Freo. We own Freo. Don't
we own Fremantle, and I don't know if you've seen the picture I doctored up of how I'm rocking up to work in Freo this week.
The Barbie. The
I love
Barbie.
it. Yeah. So who are your best ons this week, Frank?
This was the toughest week ever, and I couldn't relent and have like 75 different players in my top three. So I'm going to legitimately pick three. Walsh again. To coin a phrase from Nick Wishart, Walsh does Walsh things.
Yeah.
He just rocks up and takes the 3 votes. He doesn't even. He said, "I'm going to take these and get it done."
I reckon he could get the 3 votes even if he doesn't play.
Yeah, he could literally be having a rest and still get the votes. But this is where we start to differ. For me, 2 votes, Paddy Dow.
Yeah.
Yeah, breakout game, owned the first quarter, absolutely grabbed it by the scruff of the neck. Couldn't put a foot wrong. He did fade. Okay, sure enough, he faded a little bit and then come back. But he had an absolute breakout game, and then for me the barometer, Jay Sauce for 1 vote. Jay Sauce silenced a lot of critics.
I did.
He's a ridiculously intelligent footballer. He does things on a footy field that people don't think of. That he has the ability to slow everything down around him and do what he needs to do and do it efficiently with minimal mistakes, and he bagged a couple of goals to silence the people that reckon he can't kick. So
yeah,
definitely squeezing in a vote there.
So I decided, because I couldn't choose my top 3.
You went with the top 23, did you? Even Cottrell got a vote. Didn't play any minutes.
I was trying to close it down at least to the top 20.
So Cottrell just missed out and leave it.
No, but honestly, I had about 8 blokes up there that I was trying to pick from, and in the end, I thought, you know what, I'm going to have 5 bogs.
You have 5 bogs every day.
Walsh is not included in that because he's Walsh and he gets 6 votes.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah, because he's always going to get 6 votes for mine. Like,
you need to grow a set, mate. Put your cags on the line and pick 3, would you?
I don't have cags.
I don't know, I'm not sure. You sure?
No, I'm not. Anyway.
Go on, then.
So, Walsh gets 5. Savani gets 4 because
had a blinder.
He had a blinder. Plus, when I found out that he was practicing on the field before that, I thought, yeah, no, he's getting it done.
Yeah. Isn't he a handsome fella too?
He doesn't do it for me.
Oh, he's a good-looking rooster.
I think my teenage girls love him. They want to marry him and they want to have his babies.
I would have his babies.
I want to let them.
I would have his babies, no problem.
Now Kennedy gets 3. Now
it was hard. Like I said, it was hard. It really was. I spent hours trying to work out my 3, but go on then. Kennedy gets in there.
And the only reason he's higher than Dow is because he was a little bit more consistent for mine across the whole game. And then, of course, we have Paddy Wow. And he gets 2 because Wow.
Yeah.
And Weeders, really unlucky not to get higher because I absolutely loved him on Saturday night.
Everyone did. And I suppose it's a bit with Weeders, I suppose it's a little bit like with yourself with Welsh, you're just like, he's just going to get the votes every week. Let's just worry about other players.
Yeah.
Which is not a bad way to go because I even thought about leaving Welsh out of my top 3 altogether because...
Well, I left Cripps out of my top. But You had to leave someone out because you have to highlight the fact that Dow and Kennedy had a ripper.
Maybe we should have it for us doing our bit every week, a Walsh-free top 3.
Hey, now there's the thing.
Because
a Walsh-free top 3.
Because
we'll give him 6 every week.
Yeah.
And then we'll deal with the
rest.
He
can have as many as he wants. I don't care.
Oh, he can have 20.
I'll give him a blank check of votes. He can have whatever he wants.
He can have all of them.
But yeah, that might make it a little bit more interesting and give somebody else a crack. So maybe we'll do that.
Yeah.
Might make it a little bit easier because I could have. I mean, it wouldn't have made it much easier this week because I could have had, like you said, Kennedy, Weeders.
Yeah.
Yeah, another Stocker. I even found it hard to not have Stocker in there because he smashed blokes. You know, I just love that.
Yeah, well, Stocker and Levi got fined this week.
Yep.
Yeah. So and it's good that that's because they put the bodies on the line.
And I don't mind that. And, I'm not paying the fine. So, of course, I don't mind that. But at the end of the day, look, if you're going to cop $1,000 fine a couple of times a year when you're earning, 150, Stocker's probably not earning much more than that, to be honest. But, fuck, it's a no-brainer for mine.
Yeah, who cares? So what else? We've got to talk about we haven't done Rude Lead in a while.
No, we haven't. We've let that slip.
Yeah.
But we'll get it on.
Who gets Rude Lead? Who do you think? I've got some suggestions.
I like your suggestions. It has to be. I mean, isn't that some good-looking fellas right there?
Yeah, Alex Pierce.
I can't get over that.
Trying hard to beat me with the messy bun.
Yeah.
Lucky Schultz. What's going on with his teeth?
Big old overbite. That's an overbite if ever I've seen one.
And of course,
Natalie. Yeah. I don't know what people see in Natalie. He's not good looking.
Look, and I think he does what he does with his hair to take attention away from his face. Have a look.
Or his ears.
And to be fair, why is he any good? I'm just not sure.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't on the weekend.
No, he got towed up.
Yeah.
He got towed up.
So anyway, look, we're going to finish up shortly. We're going to finish up with Goose of the Week.
Yep. There's some good gooses. There's always good gooses. I like to keep an eye out because I like to take the piss. Essentially, that's mainly my job here is to take the piss.
Mm-hmm.
I know a little bit about footy, but I like to take the piss. First of all, the Goose of the Week for mine. Well, I've got plenty. The Richmond Football Club. Just the whole Richmond Football Club. They have been swanning for the last 4 or 5 years. We've won 3 and 4. We're this, we're that. We got Biker, Dusty, and old Head Cochin. They haven't won a game since the Dreamtime at the G.
No.
Which was at Optus Stadium. I keep saying Dreamtime at Optus. They got beaten by some lowly teams. They've had their pants pulled down by St Kilda, by the Gold Coast.
Yeah.
Yeah, done.
I would also like to pay my deepest, not really.
Your deepest what, mate?
Respects to the Eagles.
No.
They
got fucking smashed.
Wasn't that brilliant?
I loved it. Absolutely loved watching the Eagles go down. We beat Freo. Yeah. Just a really good weekend.
They copped
really.
a fucking fair
Absolute pantsing. Right.
Yeah, that was brilliant. Another one for mine is Harry taking Owies out late in the third. That was brilliant. And I remember the commentators going, who they giving the 3 to? I will give it to Freo.
Yeah, fantastic. Another one I've got, the AFL COVID protocol. Now, everyone and every man and their dogs had a whinge about this, but it's my turn now. How do you play a game of footy, smashing blokes, cuddling after goals, high five, slap and tickle, all the rest of it, to then sing the song with a fucking mask on?
No, I don't get it. I don't get it.
I don't
like there's bits of sweat flying around everywhere during the game. but when they're singing the song,
But they're hugging.
put the mask on.
Yeah. The only thing it does is make the AFL look like a laughing
You've seen the
stock.
pictures with Teague hugging all the players, and his mask is about there.
Yeah. Yep. But the players have got to put a mask on. I don't look. Fucking absolute laughing stock.
Yeah. Another goose of mine is Liam Henry. He cooked it. He cooked his goal. There was no one there to be seen. Like there was no one around, and he's gone for goal. And I think he kicked it to Coburn. Didn't quite get there. But I must admit, the young fella, he's 19.
He's only 19.
Yeah.
Jeez.
And I absolutely loved his celebration for his goal in the second. He just had this cute little smile as if to say, yes, I got one. Bless him. Another one I got, Campbell Brown. He's put on the socials today. He's team of the round. And there's no fucking Walsh.
And there's no goat in the middle.
What a dickhead.
Absolute cabbage. He's taken some head knocks because it's not going on there.
You got any more gooses?
I've got two more.
All right.
Alex Pearce, I don't know if anyone saw it. One of the Freo defenders went the under the ground handball that went under Owies to Alex Pearce. And Owies turned around and just charged at him because that's what he does. And Pearce is 6'29" and 130 kilos with his man bone on top. He never have you seen a man shit his pants so hard when a little kid like Owies starts running at him. He fumbled the ball, he lost it. Owies pantsed him, got a handball out to I think Martin. We ended up with a goal in the end, but absolute nut job. And the best goose has to be the winner for mine, Wayne Carey.
What did he do?
During the week, he comes out and he goes, Aaron Norton's the best key forward in the competition. Now, Wayne Carey, we know you're a superstar. We know people think you're one of the best that's ever played the game. I don't, mind you. He's probably not even in my top 5 best ever played the game. But for some reason, people love the guy. But you can't make a statement like that when he's not even in the top fucking 4 leading goal kickers in the competition. You can't make that statement. I don't care how hepped up on coke you are or how many players misses you've shagged, but you're not doing that. And to top it off, he comes out today and says Dusty Martin should be earning $5 million a year. That's what he said.
What?
He said that today.
Oh, Jesus.
Yep, that's what he thinks Dusty Martin should be worth. So.
What a
Wayne Carey's definitely goose of the week. Don't even bother. There's no fucking Wayne Carey.
Wayne Carey gets goose.
Wayne King. Absolute nut job.
I would have given that to Harry for taking out. Oh, is that
overruled, mate. Overruled.
All right. So we're going to wrap it up. Listen, we've got Geelong next week. I'm absolutely looking forward to it. I'm off to the Rockingham Sporting Globe. If any WA baggers wants to join me, come on down. I hear a little whisper that WA Blues are going to do another function for the Collingwood game. So make sure you get on board that. That would be fantastic. We missed out on catching up with our baggers in WA the past weekend at the footy. So I think the Carlton v Collingwood game would be a great one to get up to the WA Blues function.
Definitely want to do that.
And also, if you're looking for something to do this weekend on Sunday, the Waffle W, grand final is on. It was supposed to be on last weekend.
Oh, okay. Who's playing in that?
Right. So it's on Sunday down at Peel, David Gray's Arena. League is on at 3:15, and that's Peel and Swan districts.
Yep.
We've got the Resis, Peel and East Fremantle, and the Rogers Youth Girls, South Fremantle and West Perth on Sunday. So if you're up for a bit of grand final action in WA, get down to David Gray's Arena down in Peel, down in Mandurah. And yeah, so we will carry on celebrating our win as we always do because we love it. And we'll see you guys next week. Go Blues.
Go the Blues.